Hi, welcome to Kitchen Web Stories. Today's recipe is Bharwa Bhindi or stuffed okra or stuffed lady's finger, where the okra is stuffed with spicy and tangy masala powdered filling. It's lip smacking and my version is slightly different. So let's see how to do it. You need to wash all the okra pretty well and you need to pat dry them completely with a kitchen paper towel or with the tissue paper. They need to be completely dry, if not they'll tend to be sticky. Next we're going to chop off the heads, that is the top and the bottom, the tails of each of the okra pieces. Okay, if you feel that the okra is really long, you can cut them into two pieces, but this is how you can do it the way I have shown. Next, you need to make a slit in each of the okra. The slit shouldn't be very deep into, it shouldn't cut through the okra. It should be just right so that you can insert the stuffing or the filling inside the okra. You just do the way I have done as shown in the video. It should be absolutely fine. You can chop it into two pieces if you feel that the okra is really long. See, I have slit all the okra pieces. So you have to do it in a similar fashion. The next step is I've taken grated coconut, a cup full of it. You can even reduce the quantity if you want, but this is perfect for the amount of lady's finger I've taken. Now we're going to roast dry them in a pan. Okay, I've taken a cast iron pan here. It's really lovely. I love cast iron. So I'm going to drop in the grated fresh coconut which I have taken in a bowl. Okay, and we're going to give it a slight roast till it becomes a bit warm. Across India there are many dishes with okra, but this dish is a bit unique and different as we are going to stuff the okra, and this stuffing with coconut is really unique and gives a real nice different kind of a taste, especially when you add coconut to the different masala powders. Oh, it's just heavenly. Generally Bharwa Bhindi is made with the filling or stuffing of gram flour or besan, but my version is I didn't want to add gram flour. If you want, you can even add maybe a spoon or so. See, now the coconut is slightly got a bit warm, so this is the right stage. We're going to switch off stove, okay, and we're going to take this and put it into a bowl. I'm not going to brown the coconut, I just want it roasted and a bit warm. So I've put the roasted coconut, grated coconut into a bowl. Now in the same cast iron pan, I'm going to take half a cup of peanuts or groundnuts, okay, and we're just going to give it a fry so that it becomes a bit warm and then the husk is removed of the peanuts. We're going to make this into a powder and we're going to add the powdered peanuts to the coconut. To the grated coconut, I'll be adding 1 full spoon of sambar powder. Yes, you heard me right. It is sambar powder and this sambar powder is homemade. I don't use store-bought ones. Trust me, this tastes amazing. Do try adding sambar powder to it. And I've added a little bit of turmeric powder or haldi or manjal, half a spoon of red chilli powder to increase the spiciness. A little bit of jeera powder, half a spoon, and half a spoon of coriander powder, again another half spoon of that, and little salt as accordingly. You can adjust. See, the groundnuts are nicely roasted. We're going to make it into a nice fine powder now. I'm going to add 2 full spoons of this groundnut powder to the bowl, and we're going to give it a nice mix so that all the masalas and the powder gets evenly coated with the coconut. So this seasoning or this filling is so flavorful. Just look at the color. It's really nice and bright red, reddish orange in color, and it smells really nice too. See, it's got so many flavors in it. Now if you can just look at the texture, it's like a bit loose. It's not tight or bound together, so that to make it a bit more tight, we're going to add a little bit of oil into it so that it comes all together, and it'll be much easier for us to fill it into the okra. If we do not add oil, then the filling or the masala filling or the spice powder filling just tends to come out of the okra. If required, you can add more oil. I required more oil, so I've added a little bit more oil into it. See, now you can see it is forming a bit of lumps. So this is the right texture. You can nicely fill it into the okra now. Look at the color. Oh, it's really nice. You can add any type of oil. I've added a normal sunflower oil. Let me just take a taste of it. Yes, the salt is right. If you want, you can add more salt right now. If you want, you can even use groundnut oil, or you can use mustard oil. If you like the strong flavor of it, definitely you can add it. I've just added sunflower oil. Okay, now let's just stuff it into the okra slits very nicely so that it's fully stuffed. Like, repeat the process for all the okras. You can even use your hands to put the stuffing in. I've just used the spoon. Just separate the slits with your 2 fingers and then push the filling inside with the help of your spoon or your thumb or your fingers. So this is how you do it for all the okra slits, and trust me, when you fry them, they look amazing and they taste amazing. See, it is nicely kind of filled. You can have a look at one of the okra pieces. All of them are nicely filled. So now I've heated up a pan. You can, this is just a tawa actually, in fact. You can even use a pan if you want, or a skillet. I've just drizzled in a few droplets of oil. Let the heat come on a bit. It should be from low to medium. It should not be very high, or there are chances for it to get really burnt. Now place the okra, the filled stuffed okra pieces one by one. Do not cluster a lot. Do not add a lot of okra pieces, otherwise it's difficult to kind of turn them once they are cooked from the underside. So place them one after the other over the pan, like how I'm doing it. Right, give a little bit of space in between. It shouldn't be overly crowded. You can in fact increase or add or even decrease the amount of stuffing which you want or which you like. You can add even sesame seeds, a powder of that. You can add clove powder. You can add any other thing which you like, but this is the standard seasoning or spice mix powder which I do add for my okra. Okay, I've closed it with a lid. Oh, you can see now I'm turning it. They're kind of nicely cooked from the underside. No, don't worry, this is not charred, okay, or it's not burnt. This is how it's supposed to be, okay. If not, if it's not cooked to this extent, you will have a feeling that the lady's finger or the okra is still chewy, it is still raw. So this is how it will look once it is cooked from the underside. So don't get the impression that it is charred or it is burnt. No, it is not burnt. Let's put the lid again and let it cook for another 2 minutes or so. Okay, so let's remove the lid and it's done. Let's turn it one by one and you can serve it now. It's great with roti, chapati. You can even eat it with rice. It's great as a side. It's really nicely cooked. You can even add amchur powder. You can add dry mango powder, which is that. You can add dry ginger powder. You can add sesame seed powder into the mixture, and along with the coconut filling. You can use a lot of variations as much as you want. You can even use store-bought sambar powder if you don't have homemade ones. That's absolutely fine. So if you like my videos, please do give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, press the bell icon so that you get all of my notifications. And thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye. See you next week.